I just picked up this canvas from the Goodwill for $6.99. And even though that's a great deal, it doesn't match my decor, but it soon will because I'm on it and I'm gonna transform this into a piece of modern art. I definitely want to change the color of this. It's cute, just not my vibe. I've already given it a really good wipe down so it's nice and clean, and I'm going to prime it so my paint color sticks well. I'm using a brush because this is an acrylic primer. It sticks really well, but it's just such a pain to wash, and this is just a chip brush, so that's why I'm brushing it on. This primer has a 4-hour dry time, and in some areas I've laid it on a bit thick. So I'm going to take a break and I'll be back tomorrow with a nice creamy paint. The paint is all dry, which means I can move on. And what I want to do is create rectangles, like a pattern of rectangles right down the middle of my artwork. And I'm going to be doing that using some tape. Now, I'm not like the best at measuring and that kind of stuff. So I do have some pieces of wood, like trim wood, that I'm going to use to kind of help guide me. And it's not going to be totally like precise. I will try to measure at least the middle, but it's going to be an expression of art and lack of measuring. So this piece will just be called lack of measuring skills, but it'll still be really cute. Using clamps and pieces of trim saved me from actually measuring. And after clamping down the wood, I would run a piece of tape along the edge. For me, this was much quicker than using a ruler and pencil. My taping is all done, and let me show you what it looks like. Yeah, it looks like yellow lines on a beige background, but this is just one step of many. And my next step is to ensure that I have crisp lines once I remove off the tape. And I have a little hack for this. What I do is I just paint along the tape with the base color, which is in my little pasta sauce jar here. And what this allows is it allows the paint kind of, like if you have any voids in the tape, the base color will kind of sneak under there. And then when you take the tape off, you just see the base color. You don't see any like, you know, like I'm gonna be painting over white, so you won't see like white fuzzy marks. It's just gonna look nice and crisp. This is kind of like, almost like sealing the border. So it's just one step. I know it's an extra step, but it makes such a difference. Oh, I'm almost gonna open my jar here. And you just paint, like not heavy, just paint. Doesn't have to be perfect, painting the same color over itself. Once this has dried, I am going to paint my rectangles white. That's like just a little clue of what's gonna happen. Oh, it's gonna be so good. I'm so excited. I really like painting, like this kind of painting. And now I'm gonna let it dry for a few hours. Once my base coat for the hack dried, I painted each rectangle white. I've added a contrasting color. Now I want to add texture, but I'm a little bit worried that the texture part might get a bit messy, so I'm going to add just a strip of tape around the border. And I'll be creating the texture using good old drywall compound. I'm going to add about a 1/4 inch, I don't know, somewhere around there. In my mind, about 1/4 inches of drywall compound over each of my rectangles. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm sure it's gonna get all over the place, but that's my plan. I used a paint stick to remove the extra drywall compound. This paint stick was the same width as the tape, total fluke, but this meant I could easily clean up the spaces between the rectangles. All right, this is where I really get to be creative. I want to make some sort of pattern in these rectangles. So I've come up with some, like in my head, I've been thinking about different ideas. One was I could just put my gloves back on and then just make like swirls or lines running down, just kind of freehand. I also thought I could get a spoon in the back of a spoon and just kind of drag it through and make some sort of undulating different patterns. I also thought that I could get, like I've ordered artwork and it comes in a tube, and I thought about depressing the tube. So I'm just gonna give them all I'm gonna give all those different ideas a try and see what I like the best. Okay, I think I'm gonna start with the tube because that's kind of the one that's been sitting in my head the most. And if I like that one, I'm just gonna stick with that one. But let's grab a tube. This is the tube. It's just like a plastic tube. Let's see what it does. Maybe if I roll it a little. Definitely sticks to the tube. What if I depress it? Doesn't do much. I think I'm gonna switch over to the spoon idea now. Not bad. Okay, that's not bad. How does that compare to my finger? Okay, so the finger definitely narrower than the spoon. So I think I like the spoon. I'm going to be doing the spoon technique. I like the result less when I run all the way through. I think it's better when I just do each little section at a time and then wipe away the excess. I have a pattern I like. There's just a few high points that I want to kind of clean up, and I'm going to also run between the border and kind of make it a little bit sharper. And then I'm just gonna let it dry. After it's dried, I'm just gonna paint it all over in the same white that I did like the base coat underneath. But isn't this cool? I really like it. It's just a nice, modern, simple piece. Very much my style and very much inexpensive, which is also something I really like. I don't want to leave the drywall compound too thick because then when it dries, it'll all crack. So I'm just kind of like some of the really high points, just kind of taking them down a bit. Okay, I think I'm done fussing. So now this definitely needs to dry overnight. I thought I might be able to start the painting today, but I just think there's just too much compound, like drywall compound on here. So I'm just gonna let it dry overnight and then revisit it tomorrow. Overnight was enough dry time. I gave my textured rectangles 2 coats of white paint. The paint's dry, so I guess I could be done and just take off all the tape, but I want to add one more level of, I guess, interest. So I have the contrasting colors, then I have texture. Now I want to add some depth. So I picked out 2 colors. I have a black and a slightly darker creamy color, and I'm just going to add random stripes up and down. And then I also have my white in reserve in case I need to touch anything up. So this is very random, nothing precise. I'm just going to add a little bit of depth and interest to the piece. And this is my art piece. It has a bit of that Japanese Wabi Sabi beauty through imperfection kind of feel. And speaking of imperfection, let's hope I don't get too much imperfection while I'm taking off the tape, because I am going to take off the tape right now, and then I'm going to let it completely dry, and then just add a little bit of top coat just to seal off the drywall compound, not the drywall compound. So very carefully, I'm gonna start removing the tape. But my artwork looks kind of very mod and cool, I think. Okay, these are the easy pieces, they're the extra pieces I added on, so. Paint's not lifting, this is good. Look at those crisp lines. Ooh. I have to brush that off better, but just keep going. And here's my art. Now there are some spots where like the drywall compound kind of came right off when I was removing the tape, but I'm not totally done, I guess. I am gonna let it completely dry, and then I'm gonna come back and touch up some of the spots that I feel might look too bare. And I also wanna walk away from it and then come back and see, do I need to add a little bit of white? Do I, like just, if I wanna like zhuzh it up a little more, and then I will top coat it. But this is definitely some modern art, and I already have a spot for it, and I know it'll look so good there. So this is just gonna dry, and then just touching up with a little bit of more paint, I think, yeah. Not bad. I mean, you could totally find this at HomeSense, right? Oh, I did notice that right here, I got, I don't know if it's paint or something, there's just a white spot there. I think I'm gonna try to cover that up. If it's drywall compound, I can just wipe that off with just a little bit of water. But yeah, I'm happy. This is where I want to hang the art, but there's a few other things I want to do in this area, so that's for another video. But there is something I do want to show you. I was wondering, if I ordered this online, like if I just bought it online, how much would an piece of artwork like this cost me? I paid $6.99 plus whatever craft supplies I already had on hand. So I checked out Wayfair. Yeah, these are like $300–400. Ooh, and then this website, $4,000. I feel like I just saved myself a whole lot of money. And on that really happy note, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon with another project. What did I just do with my arms? That was weird. Okay. Not as in it seals it like, I don't know. Ah! Yeah, it just looks like yellow limes on a, yeah, yellow limes. But those would be lemons. I'll never get a job as a drywaller. I am. They are so much better at this. I don't want to... And I'm also really happy because I know Ralph upstairs is brewing coffee. And coffee, I just really, really like coffee. I don't know. Ralph read somewhere that they called coffee liquid hopes and dreams. And yeah, that's pretty much what it is. I think I saved myself a lot of money. And I think I also forgot what I was going to say.